for raid number 5 in the 2025 PokeMMO Halloween event, we have Scolipede. For locations, Kanto has Island 6, Johto is Elix Forest, Hoenn is Petalburg Woods, Sinnoh Eterna Forest, and Unova Lostlorn Forest. I've been doing Lostlorn just because that's where my alts are. For mechanics, the big thing about this fight is Scolipede has the hidden ability Speed Boost, so speed control is of the utmost importance. It has a Citrus Berry, which absolutely needs to be dealt with, otherwise you will not be able to find the damage. It is a 4-star raid, so the super effective damage cap is dropping to 6%. To lead, it does spikes. We're just going to not deal with those. Just going to leave them up for the entire fight. Theoretically, you could get away with using a defog slot on them, but I don't think it's that important. 75%, there's a +2 defense boost. This makes it so that we want to use our special attackers on turn 2 because we'll be crossing that threshold, so slow physical attackers will hit to that boost. I think you probably still hit cap anyway, but just use a special attacker then. +2 attack we're ignoring. We're going to be dying anyway. And then the final Omni boost at the end will coincide with turn 5, assuming you're hitting damage cap for every damage dealer. At that point, you'll just haze off the Omni boost and the additional speed boost it has as then. And to see that laid out for you, nice and neat, we've got Sun and Incinerate dealing with the Citrus Berry. We're leading Tailwind. Might not need it at first. We're actually probably need it at first because the Scolipede's base speed is really high. And then 2 fire attackers. For turn 2, we have all special fire attackers. Turn 3 is going to be our first haze. At that point, the boss will be +2 speed, +2 defense. So we'll be getting rid of that. And then if you have any slower fire attackers, I would recommend doing them on this turn or really any turn that you use haze or to lead with, just because the boss doesn't have extra speed boosts. At that point, you're just going to be doing spam and fire attackers until turn 5, at which point Tailwind drops and there's going to be +2 speed on the boss. So we're going to hit him with a Tailwind and Haze. So basically, if everyone brings a Prankster Murkrow that knows Tailwind and Haze, you should be set. That's pretty much it. And the rest is just bring fire attackers that are going to hit for damage cap. Faster is better if you have those options. At the time of recording this, as soon as you load in the fight, you're going to encounter a fatal render error for every player. It doesn't matter what your OS is, what platform you're using, what kind of device you're using. So everybody's going to get kicked. You just have to log back in after rebooting the client. You'll still be in the raid battle. Like I said, turn 1, we're going to Incinerate. I use Incinerate on the Moltres just in case the Ninetales wouldn't hit damage cap with Incinerate. Minor optimization, it probably hits. If it doesn't, it's a 0.5% or something, but just wanted to be certain. Turn 2, all special attackers, like I mentioned, because we will be going over that 70%-ish threshold that gives the boss +2 defense. So if you had a slow physical attacker, it might hit that plus defense, hit into that plus defense. Probably still going to hit damage cap. Sun is crazy good, especially when it's super effective. So I don't think it matters all that much, but just in case, it's better to be safe than sorry. You're going to generally want to bring faster attackers to this raid, even with the boss. Even with having Tailwind, the boss's speed boosts are going to do a lot. Even we're going to haze when it's +2 anyway, but that +1 is still really nice. And when you have slower attackers, it'll get competitive. So going into turn 3 here, or sorry, turn 4 rather, we did just haze. The +2 attack we're ignoring, and then this turn 4 is just to be pure damage, getting us to the turn 5 Tailwind and Haze. If you did this raid battle last year, you'll notice that the strategy is largely exactly the same, despite the mechanics being slightly different. It's pretty much just deal with the speed boosts and kind of figure it out from that point. You could probably get away with the Trick Room strategy. I just think it's kind of annoying to deal with. You're kind of halfway in between. You're still gonna have to bring Murkrows to haze. I'd rather just have every team member bring a Murkrow, have it know Tailwind and haze, and you're pretty set. The only point of coordination would just be to make sure that one person knows that they're clicking Tailwind, one person knows that they're clicking haze on turn 5. You don't want to click both moves. That could end poorly. And going into turn 6, we have more than enough damage to take care of the remaining health of the boss. So it is a bit of coordination. If you just follow that composition, it should be straightforward enough for you to take care of Other than that, good luck and have a good one.